Fast pitch. How to pitch in the big leagues. It is your new dude, your Bear Frere, your naked writer here with the naked truth. No sugarcoating because then things get sticky. So I'm going to be talking to you today about pitching, as in pitching maybe to a film executive. I spent a little time in Hollywood, the land of the elevator pitch, did a few internships, spent about a year as the personal assistant to Nicolas Chartier during the time when he was making The Hurt Locker, for which he ended up winning an Oscar. During that time, he was getting all sorts of scripts, looking for production, all sorts of finished films, looking for distribution. His company, Voltage Pictures, was primarily a foreign sales company at that time. Long story short, I've spent a lot of time watching executives, watching them make decisions, watching them while they're busy, watching them while they're stressed. I think I have an idea of what makes them tick and how you can break through and get their attention. So that's what I'm going to be sharing with you here. So to start out, executives rarely understand storytelling. They rarely really understand it. If they did, they would be storytellers. Okay, what they understand is buying and selling and making deals. Okay, so what you need to do is make them believe that this thing is going to sell itself, that this thing is going to be easy to sell, and they are going to get to keep their job, because that's how being an executive works. Now, how this works is you need to give them the poster. Now, that doesn't mean you physically make it, print it out. That doesn't mean you describe it. But executives think in posters, okay? If they can't see the poster, the movie doesn't get made. All right, this can mean as little as having a star attached, okay? It can be a low concept movie, but if Tom Hanks is on the poster, then you know that the Eastern European markets are going to want to buy it, and you know the South Asian markets are going to want to buy it, and you know that everyone's going to click on it on Netflix, etc. The executive gets to make more movies, good decision, thumbs up. But probably you don't have any star power attached to your script. And if you don't, you got to make the poster pop on its own. Now, unfortunately, this is how many bad movies end up getting made. They've got a poster that translates well across language barriers and cultures. Think Sharknado, for example. But with good movies as well, the premise should be easily depictable in one static image. This can be hard for a simple family drama or a rom-com, or something that's not necessarily high concept. I've found that an exotic locale or an interesting world, an interesting setting can make that kind of story pop more than setting it in the suburbs. But ideally, there's something about your story that makes the piece unique. Something that would make you click on it on Netflix. Imagine you're in the mood for romantic comedy, you search rom-coms, 100 titles come up, they've all got two people, good-looking people with a will they or won't they look. Which one do you click on and why? Think about being the writer of one of those movies that you had to sell. Why did that executive pick it? Why did that viewer click on it? Okay? This doesn't mean you describe the poster, but you give the information necessary for the poster to be assumed, and you give it early. Okay, this is how you grab the attention. For example, ever wonder why bank robbers don't just outrun the cops on high-performance motorcycles? Immediately, the executive sees the protagonist on a sport bike with a bag of cash, cops in hot pursuit. Okay, hopefully, thoughts of babysitters and dinner reservations and the assistant who dropped the call, hopefully all that falls to the wayside and you get to pitch your story. Okay, if I start off with, John Steele is down on his luck. He just lost his job at the auto plant and he's got kids to feed. His wife is losing her eyesight and she's, got a badly sprained ankle too. I don't know, you start to create some sympathetic character and build some world and you think you're building some crescendo. The executive is tuned out long before you get to the part that they're actually interested in. So get to the good stuff, lead with the poster, then show them that you're the one who should be responsible for making that movie behind that poster. Okay? This can be another way of saying, try to make your story high concept and demonstrate that early. It's essentially saying the same thing. It's another way of thinking about it. Ideally, you can do this in just a few words, i.e. a street bike gang robs banks. Most high concept stories are easy to posterize. Now, what if there's nothing unique about your story? I've found that flattery can do wonders. I've never been very good at it, but maybe you'll be better at it than I am. I don't know. Seriously, if you want to pitch with maximum impact, you should write with the poster in mind. It might sound hacky. In fact, I agree, it does sound hacky. It might not be the best way to win an Oscar, but the hustle is the hustle. The game is the game. If you're playing in it, you got to play to win. So I'm the Naked Writer with the Naked Truth. Hope this was helpful. Signing off. Peace.